This is Eric Mother, Mother.com. Let's take a look at some stocks as we come closer to the end of the month for November 2019. You'll see that there are some stocks out there that are breaking out in terms of price, but there's a problem with some of this setup. For example, we can see here QGEN is breaking out in terms of price. So the price breakout is good, but there's a problem with this breakout attempt, and it is the fact that it is coming from a very deep base. As we can see here, closed here in the month of October, and for the month of November, really seen a big move to the upside, up about 40%. And as we go into the new month, the problem is a lot of these stocks might run into trouble, especially if the market pulls back. We can see here that the RSI is coming to a level of potential resistance based on where it broke down recently. So the moral of this video from an educational standpoint is be on the lookout for stocks that are showing breakouts from very deep bases. Reason being that stocks like this tend to, over time, pull back significantly because they've already put in a lot of work as they try to break out. Let me give another couple of examples here. ROK, again, a breakout in price. The problem here is the setup is we are seeing a stock that has come from a very deep base and is now attempting a breakout. So the problem here is very sharp move, and more than likely, especially if it runs into monthly resistance, this is gonna be where it starts stalling after a breakout attempt from a very deep base. Take a look at another example here. SPLK, again, we can see closed here. If you take the lows of last month and where it's trading, that's a big move, almost 40 points. And so this breakout, in my opinion, could also be one to be on the lookout for potential resistance as we go into the new month. Again, deep bases tend to be problematic. Take a look, UNH, also 2 months to the upside, now showing a breakout look. Problem is this breakout is coming after a big move, and so the stock is gonna potentially, more than likely, need some rest before a true and strong breakout. We can take a look at another example here of a deep base breakout. Stock closed here just above 50, now trading at about 77, showing a breakout look in terms of price, and that is for AAXN. The problem is the deep base. We've come from a very deep base, and an immediate breakout attempt that tends to be problematic over time. Don't forget that, again, we can see that as far as the RSI is concerned, and based on the uniformity principle, we're also coming back to a potential resistance area if the market pulls back in the new month. Take a look at another example, RCN. Again, over the last 2 months, a huge reversal back to new breakout highs. And we can see here, if it stalls in the new month, the reason could be because it has come from a very deep base and is now attempting fresh highs. Now, the problem is, for example, take a look at PANW, and we can see here for the month of November was trying to break out, again, coming from a very deep base. And as of right now, we can see that breakout seems to be stalling. And that makes sense, just the fact that it has come from a very deep base. We can see a previous breakout attempt here that was also looking okay in terms of price, but unfortunately, because of the deep base at the time, deep base breakout, ultimately it failed. Now, a good breakout should come with sideways tight action. For example, a good example here, we can see there was tight, neat action as institutions were accumulating shares. And once the breakout took place, you have a better sustained opportunity to the upside. And that's the kind of breakout we are looking. We need, as best as we can, to avoid deep base breakout formations because they tend to be problematic. Eric Mother, Mother.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS.